If you've ever picked up one of these, more than likely, let's be honest, one of these, you can thank our Treehouse Inventor of the Week, a man who nearly 140 years ago uttered just 7 words. And I quote, "Mr. Watson, come here, I need you." And that forever changed the world. And we'll talk about those words in just a minute. But first, let me tell you that on March 10th, 1876, the telephone was invented by one Mr. Alexander Graham Bell. Now, like most Treehouse honorees, Mr. Bell began his career early. This guy was building intricate machinery at 12. His first project, you ask? A homemade wheat cleaning device. Now, he made it so his best friend wouldn't have to work so hard on the family farm. So apparently, he's a smart and nice guy. Now, he was insanely curious by nature, and young Alexander became obsessed with learning acoustics and the human ability to speak and listen, which was actually probably inspired by his mom, who, get this, was completely deaf. Now, in one of his childhood experiments, he made a model skull and fitted it with a reproduction of human vocal cords, and that skull could actually say, "Mama." All right, Alexander, you're getting like really close to that line between brilliance and just plain creepy, but since you're a genius and all, we'll continue. Next, he taught the family dog to growl several almost recognizable words. Okie dokie. Now, Bell was determined to find a way to help the deaf learn to speak, and eventually, he came up with the concept of electronic speech. Now, at the time, the telegraph machine was the established means of communication. You know, the one that uses like Morse code and stuff, like the dot, dash, dot, dot, dash. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Bell was conducting experiments trying to improve said telegraph, when he pretty much discovered, pretty much by accident, that random sound could actually travel through electric wire. 5 days later, when trying to summon one of his assistants from another room, Alexander Graham Bell uttered the now famous words, "Mr. Watson, come here, I need you." Game changed. Now, the real Watson is seen in this 1926 dramatization recreating the historic discovery. Now, Bell was awarded a U.S. patent, one of the most valuable patents ever issued. And although he became rich and famous behind his wildest dreams, his commitment to science and technology remained steadfast. A few of his countless contributions, get this, the metal detector. He slapped it together in an attempt to locate the bullet inside the body of President James Garfield after an assassination attempt. In 1919, he set a world marine speed record in an HD-4, a hydrofoil of his own design. Now, his record, it stood for 20 years. Check this out. He also created the National Geographic Society. Pretty crazy, right? Now, all told, a very impressive and busy guy. So busy, he refused to have a phone in his study, fearing it would distract him from his work. Bell died on August 2nd, 1922, at the age of 75. Now, on the day of his funeral, all telephone service in the United States was stopped for 1 minute in his honor. A fitting tribute for a man who dreamed of giving a voice to the deaf, and in the process allowed all of us to be heard. And we will be right back.